OCAA Softball matchup, the second game between the visiting Fanshawe Falcons and your Humber Hawks. Today is Orange Shirt Night, which also happens to be our senior night. So tonight on the senior night, here we recognize our graduating athletes who are finishing their softball eligibility. First, the 2023 CCSA bronze medalist. She's also a three-time OCAA bronze medalist, a 2023 OCAA championship all-tournament team, and she also was there in the 2023 OCAA second team all-star. Please give it up for our number 9, Michaela Todd! Up next, she has been the 2023 CCSA National Bronze Medalist, a three-time OCAA Bronze Medalist, and she is also known as the heartbeat of the team. Please give it up for our number 10, Julia DiMoreno! And last, this came as a big surprise and no one knew about it. She's a 2023 CCSA National Bronze Medalist, a two-time OCAA Bronze Medalist, and a career undefeated streak against the white uniforms. Please give it up for the equipment manager, Please give it up once again for our graduating seniors, number 9, Michaela Tugg, number 10, Julia DiMoreno, and the equipment manager, Bree Clark!
I love you guys! Sorry, that was pretty bad.
All right, it's time for the starting lineups. Give it up for the starting lineups, mostly for the visiting team, Fanshawe Falcons. Leading off, the catcher, number 5, Kaylin Cook. Batting second, the shortstop, number 3, Kyle Dalrymple. Batting third, the center fielder, number 7, Marandi Hunter. Batting fourth, the designated pitcher, number 1, the designated player, number 1, Belle Hill. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 21, Emily Patrick. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 6, Sydney Rady. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 12, Ashton Witt. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 2, Cameron Lamont. Batting nine, the right baser, number 4, Ashton Weedo. And the flex player is the pitcher, number 19, Alyssa Humber. The head coach for the Fanshawe Falcons is Catherine Arthur. And please give it up for the starting lineups of your Humber Hawks, managed by Dwayne Bowles. Leading off, the center fielder, number 3, Shea Hilpern. Batting second, the shortstop, number 7, Reese Willati. Batting third, the right fielder, number 15, Riley Debris. Batting fourth, the third baser, number 16, River Johnston. Batting fifth, the second baser, number 11, Marley Greer. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 12, Malia Farrell. Batting seventh, the first baser, number 14, Melissa Hitfield. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 9, Michaela Tugg. Batting 9, the designated player, number 1, Allison McLaughlin. And the flex player, the starting pitcher, is number 18, Angelina Bomberi. And accompanying all these starters, please give it up for Etobicoke Mayhem Girls. Fans, we would like you to ask you to please stand up, if able, for a moment of silence. Thank you so much.
Welcome back, everybody, to Connorvale Park for Game 2 of 2 between the Fanshawe Falcons and the Fanshawe Falcons and the hometown Humber Hawks. It's been a long night here, but it's been a fun one. Zach Benoit alongside Will Shukri. And Will, we saw Humber take the victory in game number 1. Well, it's game number 2, but it's also seniors night.
Yeah, it was a 4-0 victory in the last one. It was a pretty confident, commanding victory for the Hawks. Large part due to Shade Hansen on the mound, throwing an astounding 11 strikeouts. But the pitcher here is not going to be Shade Hansen. It is actually number 18, Angelina Bomberry, getting in her first start of the season. She's appeared in 4 games so far this year, just pitched 4 innings of play, allowed a couple of hits, 3 strikeouts, and we'll see how she starts today.
Yeah, Bomberry, you know, her first start of the season, and a much deserved moment here. Michaela Tuck, she is going to get her final big send-off. The starting catcher and her senior night. Unfortunately, Tuck can't start and fully play. She had an injury that she's been kind of dealing with all season long, and she's just trying to hold off as long as she can because she wants to be able to play in the meaningful games at the end of the season in the OCAA provincials as well as nationals. But yeah, Michaela Tuck, one of those players that is very, very important, and we'll get into all the seniors in the first half of the inning. I'll definitely go into a little bit of a spiel about all of them, but yes. Julia Devono, another one of the seniors, she'll be taking over the catching duties for Tuck. So again, it'll be Julia Devono coming up in the catch. And again, like you mentioned, partner, it's Angelina Bomberry starting things off for the Humber Hawks on the mound tonight. Usually what we've been seeing, it's been Shade Hansen starts one game, then Zoe Scogill. But no, Angelina Bomberry, she draws the nod, and she'll be underway here. And like you said also, it's her first start of the season.
Not only her first start of the season, this is actually the first start of her OCAA career. She didn't pitch last year for the Hawks. This was her first season on the mound for Humber. And like I said earlier, she got appearances in 4 games. Gave up a couple of hits and 3 strikeouts.
I also mentioned earlier in last game, it was Orange Shirt Day in that game number 1, and there was a beautiful thing red. Oh, that's popped up to Johnston. So that's a quick out number 1. But excuse me, as I was saying, there was a beautiful land acknowledgement read by Angelina Bomberry. And you know, she also caught one of the first pitches as well. There were 3 first pitches thrown. But just a fantastic ceremony pre-game of game number 1. And another one here for the seniors night, which again we'll get into at the halfway point of the first inning.
Yeah, I know you cannot wait to dive into those career statistics for our graduating players here.
Big cut right there. Bomberry working quickly ahead in the count here, 0-2. Popped up. And not dropping foul. You can hear, though, the communication from the catcher, Devono, just yelling to her squad, you have room, letting them know that the fence wasn't nearby, but just couldn't get to the ball there. Were the Hawks, and We'll just kind of start it all over again. 0-2 to Kyle Del Rempel, who was the starting pitcher last game. And partner, she wasn't that bad. She had a pretty good start for the Fanshawe Falcons. The Hawks, their bats came alive.
She did have a good start, and we talked earlier about how much of a two-way threat she is. Right, she's knocked in 17 RBIs so far this season as a two-way player.
Launches that one right back up the middle for a one-out single. And you can kind of see on the mound, it was Bomberry that zoomed right past her. She kind of put her hand to her chest and said, phew, thank gosh that didn't hit me, as that one was laced up the middle.
There's a lot of speed off the bat there for sure.
I'll bring up Mirandy Hunter, the center fielder today, or in this game I should say, for the Fanshawe Falcons. First pitch swinging. I was all ready for it, partner.
Were you ever? Two hands?
Two hands and everything. Two hands. I backed up to make sure I had room. I didn't call it off. Maybe that was something I gotta fix, but we'll do that another time.
Oh, listen, yeah, I was gonna sell your clips out.
That's in there for a strike. That's a great off-speed pitch there by Bomberry. It looked like a curve. Kind of dropped it in there beautifully. Hit to third. Johnston takes it to second and goes a bit wide and into the outfield, but DeVries is covering, so that'll go down as an error on the third baseman, River Johnston. Both runners are safe.
You know, it's the first inning. You've been sitting for about 30 to 40 minutes here. The lactic acid's been building up, and it's only getting cooler out here, so these players are gonna have to get warm once again.
You mentioned we're starting to get into the dog days, to say the least. And the dog days here. September, October weather is going to be on its way soon, and it's going to be a cold one. But you know, the Humber Hawks, the softball team, was talking a little bit with some people when I arrived at the park, and they're just saying, yeah, they don't have a lot of home games. Their home games are ending very early in the season. They still have a lot of softball left to play. This is hit through the left side for a base hit. Coming all the way home is Del Rempel, and she's in there safe. That's an RBI single for Belle Houle, first-year player.
So Fanshawe out to an early lead here. A very different start to the last game. And you know, you mentioned that, yeah, their home games are ending very soon this year. So the Hawks still have another 6 regular season games to play. They will all be on the road. And this will be the final game played at Connerville this season.
Ground ball hit foul. Yeah, and again, we mentioned it. The season ends on October 7th, and the Hawks are done playing at home on September 27th. That is a 10-day difference. They still have 6 games left, and, well, 8 if you include the Seneca games, but again, those games aren't being played. Throw down to second's not going to be in time. Thought for a second it might have been. I was a little preemptive there. Good throw down by Devona.
Yeah, I don't blame you for thinking that that throw was going to be in time at all. I thought it was going to be in time as well. But it was a really good job from the sliding runner to come in low. The pitch is low. We're going to have a full count, 3-2. And a 4th ball from Bomberry will load the bases with just 1 out. Still in the top of the first here. There's a bit of a meeting of the minds at the mound here. Bomberry gets a couple of taps on the back. So it's going to be Sydney Reedy up to bat here. Reedy batting .214 this season so far. She's going to foul that first one to the left. And a good catch made by Marley Greer. River Johnson, I apologize.
Yeah, that was River Johnson at third making that grab, but bases are loaded right now.
First pitch is a strike. Ashlyn Witt at the plate. That pitch is high. Count is going to be 1-1. Sorry, 0-2. It's called a strike. So bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the first. Fanshawe already leading 1-0. Humber looking to minimize damage. The pitch from Bomberry will be low. And that second pitch was a ball. I was correct. So the count is going to be 2-1. The pitch, batter waves at it. Count even at 2s now.
So 2-2 count, bases loaded. Here's the pitch from Bomberry. It's lifted into right field. DeVries there, and she'll make the grab. So damage is averted after a couple of errors on the infield. It's a fly out to right field, and that's where we end it. The Hawks, they will try to get on the board first once more. But again, we want to talk about the seniors that are playing here in their final home game. First and foremost, Julia DeVono. She was a 3-time OCAA bronze medalist, 2021, 2022. 2023 CCSA bronze medalist. And really, I think, you know, our PA announcer kind of and DeVono, she's kind of described as the heartbeat of this team, and that's a pretty accurate description, because when you hear all these cheers, when you hear the bench being loud and the drum, that's Julia DeVono, and that's exactly what she does. Team manager Brianna Clark as well was honored, and you know, somebody that I've got the pleasure to be able to kind of chat through over the years. Brianna Clark, maybe one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. She's very down to earth, very giving. She's always doing work, and she's always putting a great effort forward. So again, shout out to those two. And then Michaela Tuck, very, very close friend of mine. Very happy I'm able to call her one of my close friends. 3-time OCAA bronze medalist, 2023 CCSA bronze medalist. In 2023, she was an OCAA champion all-tournament teamer. And in 2023, she was an OCAA second-team all-star. Her career stats, partner, and this is what will always, always surprise me. In 53 games, that's 135 at-bats, she walked 24 times, and she only had 5 strikeouts. She's a player that has a phenomenal eye at the plate. And again, like I said, I've been lucky to be able to kind of watch her whole career, so from when she was a rookie to when she's a senior here tonight. But congratulations to all 3 senior players / team manager. Truly tremendous careers and tremendous job here in this Humber Hawks softball program.
And in case you don't recognize his voice, folks, Zach Benoit has been calling Humber softball for a long time now. He knows all the players on this team. He has friendships, relationships with most of them. And there is nobody more deserving to be calling senior night than Zach Benoit.
We go back to the game that's at hand, though, and Shay Hilpert leading things off, and she is facing off against Alyssa Forth-Uber, who's the left-handed starting pitcher. We don't really typically see left-handed pitchers here in the OCAA, but hey, you know, there's always a unicorn somewhere. Hilpert trying to get on base here. She has some big bats behind her. It's kind of the same order we've been seeing. It's a little bit of movement with the leadoff bat.
And taking a look at that aforementioned unicorn, Alyssa Forthuber, 3.41 ERA. That is second on the Falcons.
Right there, another cheer on the bench you can hear, all started by Julia Devono. Again, very, very loud presence, very, very loud. That's what the Hawks kind of feed off of. They feed off the energy.
And if you have ever attended one of these games in person, you know that the dugout has no shortage of energy. They keep it loud and constant through 7 innings every single game.
Doesn't matter win or lose, but nonetheless, Hilbert goes down swinging, and it will be Reese Veloci coming up to bat. Veloci back in that first game, 0 for 2 with a walk. Trying to get on base here for, again, Riley DeVries, who's been a red-hot hitter for the Hawks. Veloci swings at that and fouls it off. Veloci up to 9 walks and 3 strikeouts on the year.
Very good splits.
The on-base percentage sitting at a crisp 4.44. Here's the pitch to the Hawks, shortstop. Not chasing that, it was a rise ball. 1-2, and Veloci, whenever she's behind in the count, 0-2, 1-2, she's not afraid to take close pitches. We've seen that throughout her entire career here so far as a Hawk. Here's the 1-2 from Forthuber. That's up high, evened up 2-2.
Yeah, Veloci, someone who trusts her stuff, right? She knows she can make contact, and not just contact, but contact with power. She's never afraid to swing, really.
Never.
And one of the few hitters on this team that you would give a green light to.
2-2 count. Forthuber, here's the pitch. Ground ball hit to short. Del Rempel takes it, but couldn't settle it down. The throw across the diamond, it goes wide, but it bounces back. And Veloci will just scurry on back to first base. That'll go down as an error on Del Rempel. Knocked it down, but the throw also went wide. Well, Big X the plug starts booming throughout Connerville, and it means one thing, 1-5. Riley DeVries is coming up to bat. Now the team leader in average, 422 with a 447 on base and a 711 slugging. DeVries is having another great season as a Humber Hawk, and leading the team with multiple stats, doubles, hits, tied for second in RBIs, leading in triples. She has been everything the Hawks have wanted.
Another great game last game as well. She went 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run.
Yeah, no, looking to continue that right here. DeVries still staying patient at the plate. It's a 1-1 count here. Trying to extend the inning and even things up. Fanshawe actually jumped out ahead here, 1-0 in the first. And she wanted to swing there, but holds the bat back, but it's called strike 2 nonetheless. Two-two. Forthuber not chasing his DeVries, and the snap throw back to first. Veloci dives in time. So it's a full count here to the Hawks right fielder. Again, the power numbers for Humber, it has completely dropped from what it was last year, but that was kind of expected with loss of Ferreira and Koziolek. DeVries, one of those players, the power numbers have seen drop, but the contact has gone up. She smoked it, right field, it's back, it's deep, it's gone. And I think they're gonna call it, So the players were signaling that it bounced over the wall. The umps are going to have a conversation now if it fully went over, which I believe it did. But they're going to talk about if it bounced over or if it's a home run. But I'm pretty sure Riley DeVries just hit her second home run of the season. We'll take another look at it here on the replay. And we'll have a better analysis of it. But I'm pretty sure that it sailed over the wall. We'll take one more look at here. It's hit over to right field on a line. And yeah, that's a home run. That is over the fence, no doubt about it. Riley DeVries hits her second of the year and 2 RBIs.
It literally can't go under. It can't.
So they're going to talk about it still here, but on our replay, it's clearly over the fence. They're going to call it a double, so it's a... So, umpires... So Veloci will have to return back to third. She started on first, so she gets an automatic 2 bases. DeVries, she's standing on second after the double, but umpires say it was a double. We have the replay. We can't go to a replay like that. That's not how this works. So now it's River Johnston coming up, but
Yeah, unfortunately, Zach, we do not have the ability to show the umpires the video replay. The OCAA does not have video replay.
Yeah, it was very clearly a home run. The outfielders signaled, put their arms up immediately saying that it went through the fence, but no, that's a tough break for DeVries, who was looking to get her second of the year and her 8 RBIs. But nonetheless, we're still in an opportunity for the Hawks to score here. Johnston looks that strike go by right at the knees.
And you do have to wonder what they saw, because the ball certainly didn't bounce over the fence. You could maybe make an argument that it looked like it snuck through the fence.
You know, the new fencing here at Connerville doesn't really have any holes for it to go through.
Well, they did a great job.
To the backstop, Veloci's coming home, and she's in there safe.
Maybe a bit of a Paul don't lie situation, as you can hear the Hawks dugout chanting it.
Yeah, they're chanting it.
As they certainly felt as though Riley DeVries was robbed of her second home run of the evening. But the Hawks will take a 3-1 lead, scoring on a wild pitch.
Going inside again, count running to 3-1 here. Or excuse me, I believe it's 3-2 on River Johnston. Full count. She's trying to drive in DeVries for her RBI. Fourth Uber. Here's the pitch. Hit in the left, or excuse me, shallow right, caught. DeVries, ooh, she thought about it, but the throw back in was a good one. Would have been a close play at home.
Coming to bat, second baser, number 11, Molly.
The vibes, they get calm and good here at Connerville. And why is that, partner? It's Marley Greer coming up to bat. The Bob Marley playing in the background.
You know, you can almost feel her calm aura kind of washing over everybody.
Exactly.
You know? All of a sudden, I'm relaxed.
Greer, well, the rookie, is having, again, a sensational season. 400 batting average. Everyday player here for the Hawks. Second on the team in average, only behind DeVries, who stands on third. Greer also has a home run on the year, and a triple and 2 doubles. She has been Really everything the Hawks could have asked for in her rookie campaign, and will definitely be a player to watch over her career as a Humber Hawk. She hits this in her right field, no doubt about it. And oh, it's off the wall. Oh man. Greer lifted that. She's in the third with the head first slide. Partner, that went off the bat, and I didn't think that was even close, but it looks like it hit off the top of the fence.
I wasn't sure it was coming back down to earth, honestly.
I'm a big advocate for lefty swings, and I mean, that was as beautiful a lefty swing as I've ever seen. A lefty-lefty matchup, and Marley Greer just turns and burns on that pitch, and oh man, that just hit off the wall. She was looking for her second of the year, but it's an RBI triple.
So the Hawks settling into a really nice rhythm here at the bottom of the first. You wondered if there was maybe a hint of worry after giving up the first run of the game. But the Bats have not been phased so far. Now leading 4-1 with 2 outs at the bottom of the first. And it's Malia Farrow.
Yeah, Malia Farrow coming up behind in the count 0-2, but she's also a player that just hit her first career home run last game. And she had a big cut on that last pitch. Here's fourth Uber's delivery. It's in the dirt, not chasing.
Yeah, that's a good takedown, 0-2 right there.
Farrow trying to work here. Watch that one by. Good eye at the plate. The 2-2 count. This is hit up into right field. Going back, and looks like she has a beat on it. Catch is made, and that will retire the side, but the Hawks, they strike as they have 4 come across, and excuse me, it's 2-1 here in this ball game. Hawks, they've recaptured the lead. Yeah, and we'll take a look here at the replays. This was the DeVries in Italics' double, as it was skied over to right field, and yeah, that was clearly a home run. Clear over, and this was another look at it here. This was the River Johnson and how the run scored. It was Veloci coming home scoring. Another look at it right here.
It's a wild pitch that the catcher can't handle there. And Veloci will score.
And here was the Marley Greer hit that I thought was sailing over the fence behind the softball fence. She got every stitch of it. Went back, was the right fielder, and quite literally off the top of the wall. I thought Marley Greer just went yard. She got every stitch of this, and the lefty swing, probably one of my favorite swings in baseball. Just, it's so beautiful.
And that angle was a thing of beauty right there. My goodness, what a hit.
So after a festive first inning, Hawks are up 2-1 here. This is grounded to shortstop. Taking on a backhand throw across the diamond in time. Reese Veloci plays it on the backhand and just fires a strike across the diamond for out number 1.
And what a defensive play, my goodness. Talk about a game of inches. They don't get much closer than that.
That came off the arm of Veloci easily at 89 miles an hour. Easily. Ashton Weedo coming up to bat here, number 4, playing third base. Swinging at that one low, and it's in there 0-2.
Weedo batting .308 so far this year. She's got 6 RBIs and 8 hits in 13 games.
It's this. Bomberry takes it. The throw to first is in time. That's what we love to call POPs. Or PFPs. What am I saying? POPs. That's what the play was. But it's a PFP. Pitcher fielding play, and that's executed to perfection by Angelina Bomberry. Back to the top of the order, it's Kaylin Cook, who popped out to Johnston over at third her first time up. Bomberry, a pitcher that uses a lot of finesse up there at the plate, and it's tough for these Fanshawe hitters to kind of go from the speed and power of Hansen to Bomberry. Played on the backhand by Honfeld, and that will retire the side. No damage for the side of the Falcons. It's still Hawks 2, Fanshawe 1.
And you know, Zach, I think that you actually nailed a big story here, is the dichotomy of the two Humber pitchers, right? Shade Hansen throws gas. She throws gas and she throws strikeouts. Bomberry looks to get that ball into play. She creates the ground outs, and she uses her defense a lot more than Hansen does.
And yeah, like you said, it's tough for these Fanshawe hitters to kind of pick that up and say, well, we gotta go from facing almost 70 miles an hour to something slower than that, and that's always hard to do. Ground ball hit up the middle, and Honfeld leads off the inning with a single.
One pitch, one swing, and the Hawks have a batter aboard to lead off the bottom of the second here.
The catcher and the hot lead on the team, number 10,
Julia Devono coming up to bat here. Watches the first one go by for ball 1. And again, one of the seniors that is being honored tonight is Devono. You hear it a lot from the players, you hear it a lot from fans. Again, the heartbeat of the team. She is always bringing the energy in the dugout. Doesn't matter if she's starting, doesn't matter if she needs to come off the bench or whatnot. She'll always have a high attitude, and I think that's kind of the big thing that rookies see, and they kind of feast off that and feed off of it. Heading the count here, though, 2-0.
Well, she's certainly leaving her team in the hands of some very capable rookies. We talked about the fantastic rookies today. Allison McLaughlin. Sorry. Michaela Brown. Claudia Hansen.
Yeah, there's a lot of rookies on the team. Yeah, I mean, you look at all the first year players: Marley Greer, Victoria Lopez, Amelia Farrow, Claudia Hansen, Jessica Laurent. It's a lot of new faces on this team, but a lot of faces that are learning from these veterans. Learning from that man right there, the original tribal softball coach, OTSC, Wayne Bowles. Devono, big cut at the full count pitch, and into second, standing is Hanfeld on the strikeout. Allison McLaughlin coming up to bat. Batting .375 on the year. Hits this right back to fourth. Huber just throws it. Throw across the diamond's gonna go wide. Hanfeld, she will score with ease. That's an error on the first baseman.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that ball needed to go to third base there. The throw wasn't going to be on time anyway. And instead it actually created a run for the Hawks. So 3-1 now at the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Up now is Shea Hilpert.
Hilpert, one of those players that has really become a leader on this team. Plays exceptional center field, but also just somebody that players can kind of look towards and listen to. This is high. 1-2 count here to Hilpert. Oh, good look right there. Two and 2. Cuts right there. Oh, excuse me, I guess now it's 2 and 2. I looked on the scoreboard, but they said the same thing. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to the Hawks leadoff batter.
Luckily, the umpire has things under control there. He knows the balls and strikes.
The most important man on the field knows the balls and strikes count. That's all that matters.
And luckily for you folks, we've got a pretty good view of him.
Exactly. I can see exactly what he's holding up. Two and 2. Here to the leadoff batter, Shea Hilpert. He's trying to get on base again for Veloci and DeVries right behind her. Here's the pitch. 3 and 2.
And this is the patience and vision that you see out of Hilpert. Team leading 12 walks.
Fourth Huber trying to get out of the inning. Hilpert staying alive. Head coach Wayne Bowles say, keep fighting. That's exactly what Hilpert is doing right here. Fourth Huber gets the pitch. Here's the delivery. High, ball 4, and that's her team leading 13th walk of the season.
And like we said, the vision, the patience, and Hilpert will take her base.
Next closest on the team for walks is Veloci, who's up to bat right now with 9. And then the next closest to them, it's a little bit of a distance, but it's Jessica Laurent with 6. Veloci and Hilbert just have fantastic eyes at the plate. This is hit to third, and it's down the line fair. Hilbert's gonna turn on the jets and go first to third. Veloci, she's running into second, and it's a 2-out double for number 7.
Just a really nice hit, rope down the left field line.
Big X the plug. Nah, it's Riley DeVries coming up to bat, and she hit her 7th double of the year last time up. Has RBIs though standing on the pond. 2 in scoring position. DeVries trying to continue swinging a hot bat here on the season. Watches that go by for strike 1. Partner, the only thing that sucks about this late night weather, not only does it get cold, but the mosquitoes come out. They haven't gone away yet.
Ever. No, it's much too warm for the mosquitoes to be moving away, unfortunately.
It's ridiculous.
Although the other side of that sword is that it's pretty warm out here, right?
It's not too bad. DeVries, 1-1 count here to the right fielder.
I feel like any time you can be out in shorts at 9 o'clock at the end of September in Canada, it's got to be a win, right?
Of course. Big cut there. The snap throw down to third is not going to be in time.
It is a beautiful night out here at Connervale. No wind to speak of.
1-2 count. Foul to the backstop.
Humber really getting the most of these at-bats right now.
Here's the 1-2 again. In the dirt, DeVries does not go around, holds it back. Evened up 2-2. Hawks trying to extend their lead. They have 2 runners on here, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's high inside. It catches DeVries right on that bicep. And she'll take first. DeVries not happy about that one. The facial expression, partner, as she was walking down to first, is not something I ever want to repeat or look at. And if I was ever on the opposite side of a boxing ring and somebody looking like that, I'm walking out.
I can tell you, I'm glad that I was looking at the face and that it wasn't pointed at me, because you're right, it was not happy.
It was not
at all.
Not a smiling face. Nonetheless, bases loaded here for the Hawks as they're still threatening. Johnson hits it to second. It goes right through the legs. 1 run's going to score. Second runner's getting the wave. DeVries is coming all the way from first as well. She'll be in there standing. Bases clearing single for River Johnston. Floodgates have opened. The Hawks up 6. Up 5, excuse me. They've scored 6. And you know, after all the high octane energy that just happened, we get lo-fi. We get all calm again.
Now, luckily, the vibes were already pretty high out here. Now up 6-1. Pitch is low, 2-0 now for Greer. So 2 outs, the Hawks now up 6-1. Marley Greer maybe looking to make it more with a runner on first.
So update on the scorecard, or my scorecard, I should say. I called it was a 3 RBI single. No, it was an air through the leg, and Johnston is now going to take off to second. Turn and look. Count goes full, but yes, so playing at second right there for the side of Fanshawe. It's Ashlyn Witt, and yeah, she tried to play the 50-50 ball and it went under her glove, so it goes down as an E4.
A little unfortunate for River there. I'm sure she wouldn't have minded the hat trick of RBIs on that play.
This is pulled to first, but a great step on first and great snag by Sydney Reedy, and that will retire the side. But again, the Hawks, they answer more, 3 more across the plate. And we'll just take a look, another look at here at the hit off the bat of River Johnston, and again got a little bit jammed, but it was a 50-50 ball, came off the side, and yeah, went to play it in the air instead of playing it on the hop was Witt, and that cashes 3. And you can see DeVries, she was hustling around those bags. She wanted to score. Look at the speed. Look at great pickup by the camera too. DeVries was hustling.
Some fantastic camera work from our crew down at Hawks Sports Network. As you saw all 3 bases of that incredible run scoring from first. Let's give the Hawks a 6-1 lead.
So Angelina Bomberry is out of the game, and it's going to be Zoe Skugel coming on in to pitch. Good start by Bomberry, only one run scoring. So we continue on here in this one. Leading things off, it's Kyle Del Rempel. So it's a 2-0 count here. Make it 3-0. That's in there, strike 1. Count running to 3-1 here. Dalrymple, last time up, singled. This time she'll reach via walk.
So Humber reliever Zoe Skugel comes in, and she will walk her first batter of the evening. She's got an ERA of 3.71 so far in 6 starts.
Popped up over by the fence and onto the baseball, diamond foul. This is chopped right in front of home plate. Skugel takes on a hop throw to first. Beautiful pick out of the dirt, throw to third. That one's not going to be in time, but the out at first is recorded. Melissa Honfeld, great pick to get the speedy Mirandi Hunter.
That was a super close tag at first. It's a really good job there from Hanfield, getting the glove down for the tag.
Belle Houle will come up to bat here. 333 on the year, and she has an RBI already in this game. She singled through the left side her last time up, and she has an opportunity to maybe cash another one here. Dalrymple, she stands on third. Foul tip to the backstop.
Yeah, she has Fanshawe's only RBI of the day so far.
Yeah, Fanshawe held scoreless against Shade Hansen. Chases that one. It's a great off speed right there. Nice go. Again, Zoe coming into the game, she's had herself a pretty good season when you look at the numbers. Gets a big strikeout right there. You were talking about her stats, 28 in the third innings pitched, 15 earned runs, 26 strikeouts to 12 walks. She has had herself a great start to her season. Emily Patrick now will come up to bat, walked last time up. Low in the dirt for a ball.
Patrick was 0 for 3 in the last game with a strikeout. Batting just under 300 on the season.
Outside, catch the corner. Strike one. Skogel, one of the type of pitchers where once she gets in a rhythm, she just doesn't stop pumping the zone. We're seeing it right here. Heading the count here at 1-2, trying to strand that runner on third. Dalrymple walked and kind of made her way around the bases. Here's the pitch. Oh, just missing on the lower outside is Skogel. Ground ball. Zoe takes on a hop throw to first, is in time, and Skogel gets out of the inning, no damage done. 2 groundouts to her and a strikeout to end the side.
Yeah, a couple of really nice plays from Zoe Skogel there. Making the play on 2 weakly hit ground balls, getting the throw off to first. And she's going to send her team to the next inning, holding Fanshawe scoreless in that one.
So due up here in this half inning, it'll be Farrow, Honfeld, and Devono, all the hitters that are going to come up here. Again, Humber, they're trying to climb up the standings. They are now 12-3 on the season. They only sit behind the Durham Lords, who are a perfect 14-0, haven't dropped against anybody. another substitution as number 19 comes out, number 10 comes in. That's Allie Kemp who comes in. So Allie Kemp comes in to pitch, and her first batter she'll have to face is Amelia Farrow. Again, homered in game number 1 and slices this into center field for her first hit of game number 2.
So a tough start for reliever Allie Kemp as she's going to give up her first pitch of the game. It's a single to center field. Kemp is 0-2 in 3 starts this season, and she has Fanshawe's highest ERA all the way up at 8.13.
Yeah, coming in here and gonna try to shut down the Hawks. Farrow takes off for second. The throw beats her there, and she will get tagged out. So the leadoff single, it gets erased instantaneously as Farrow gets thrown out at second. Up and to the backstop. So 1-1 is the count here to the third-year player, Melissa Hanfeld. 7 games, 14 at-bats, 2 hits, 2 walks. So she has a good eye at the plate. Knows her zone, doesn't really expand. Trying to get on base here. Inside, ball 2. Pitch. This is hit past the diving shortstop. That's going to be another hit. 2 for 2 in this game is the Hawks' first baseman.
Yeah, now 2 for 3 on the day. 2 singles and a walk.
Julia Devono comes up to bat. 0 for 1 on the day. Down swinging her last time up. That at the top of the zone, called strike 1. Saw this in the last batter as well. Kemp got out ahead early. Watches it go by again high. Going a 4th-year player out of Brampton, Ontario. Popped up over to right field. It's deep, but the right fielder has a beat. And it's ported out number 2. Allison McLaughlin comes up to bat. She grounded it back to the pitcher her last time up. Lone inside for a ball. The snap throw to first, not going to be in time.
McLaughlin still looking for her first hit of the day.
Sliced over to right field, down for a base hit. Hanfeld getting the wave to go to third. She's getting the wave to go on home. And all the way to third goes McLaughlin, and that's going to be an RBI for Allison McLaughlin. And I believe it'll go down as an RBI double because the ball kind of got away from the right fielder a little bit. And that's what allowed the runners to advance more, so RBI double. But again, you hear the clapping, you know who's up. It's Shea Hilpert, who's 0 for 1. A strikeout and a walk so far today. The snap throw over to third. And Caitlin Cook tried to sneak one right there, and that's a pretty good play. I kind of tip my cap right there. The no-look throw down to third.
Yeah, it was quick too.
In there for strike 3, and that will retire the side. Hilpert goes down looking. But the Hawks, they get one more off the bat of Allison McLaughlin. It's now 7-1 for the Hawks. Sydney Reedy coming up to bat for her second plate appearance of the day, or of the game, I should say. This is grounded right back to Scogill, and I think that's the third or fourth play that Zoe's made since coming into the ballgame.
Yeah, it's at least the third. She had 2 in her first inning of work, and now at least 1 more.
Yeah, so that's just, peak efficiency at its finest. You come into the ball game, defense, don't worry about it. They'll just hit it to me, I'll make the plays. You guys take a rest. It's low and away, missing for a ball.
Well, you said you love to see the PFPs.
PFPs, pitcher fielding plays. That's what you do in practice nonstop. You think they're not important, and then they are. Low and away. Count running 2-0 here. Ground ball hit to Johnston at third, across the diamond. On the tag, and sat down is Ashlyn Witt.
And this Humber defense has looked fantastic all day long. Just poised out there on the diamond.
Well, the defense as a whole, it's been one of the best so far in the league. They sit second in runs against at 29, and they're only 4 back of the Durham Lords, who again, Durham has been sensational all season long. They've scored 150 times and only given up 25 runs. I don't know what the math is on that, but it's probably a good percentage. Just missing lower outside, evened up at 1-1. But this Humber Hawks team, when we chatted with head coach Dwayne Bowles, his comment was, the team, the power might have taken a step back, but the fielding, defense, pitching, and just contact hitting and getting on base, that all took a step forward. And the team, it's just a lot more balanced than we've seen in years past, but still another very, very good team here under head coach Dwayne Bowles.
I'll be candid here, Zach. I had those Durham Humber stats super ready, and you just beat me to it.
Yeah. can I say? I mean, I got about 75 different pages open on my browser right now and bouncing between all 75 of them. Swung and missed, and Scogill gets the strikeout. Now we'll retire the side. No damage done by Fanshawe. Hawks, they still lead it 7-1.
And just so you know, guys, Zach was not lying. His tab management is poor, to say the least, guys. It's hectic.
We got 4 pages for OCAA. We got 2 pages for the Humber Hawks website. Then we got 1 page for I think I got 3 pages for we got a lot of pages open here for softball and OCAA in general. And then on my phone, we're going to talk about what's on the phone. It might be fantasy sports. That might be what's going on right now.
As long as it's fantasy hockey, we can be be on board with this.
It is indeed fantasy hockey. Am I proud of it doing it now? No, but you know what? That's okay.
I'm sure the folks back home don't mind. And if you do, hey, drop a comment in our YouTube Live. The comments are open. Please feel free to let us know what you think. Just not what you think of me. Please, please keep those thoughts to yourself.
Let us know what you think, or don't let us know. That's always fine, too. Nonetheless, it'll be Reese Veloci leading things off here for the Humber Hawks.
Veloci 1 for 2 in this game so far.
Watch that one go by for a ball. This is popped up into shallow right field, and nobody's going to be able to get there. Hit into really no man's land, and Veloci, she is 2 for 3 on the day.
Yeah, maybe some miscommunication between the Falcons players there, but nobody went for that ball. It just dropped.
Riley DeVries, 1 for 1 on the game. She was hit by a pitcher last time up, but she doubled in her first at bat. So trying to continue the hot stretch that she's on here. Head in the count, or behind in the count, 0-1. Kelly trying to get around her. That's in there for strike 2, so quickly behind 0-2.
That was a really nice pitch right there. Just ran inside, but caught the edge of the zone.
That's high.
Yeah, certainly not a challenge pitch there, as it was high and outside.
Skied over, foul. Straight onto the baseball field behind us. I think the men's team, the men's Humber Hawks are done their practice now. I don't know, I'm not gonna fully turn around. I don't have a 180-degree turn like an owl.
I mean, I do, so I'll check it out.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
That looks like they're cleaning things up down there.
I'll watch this 180. You can watch the other.
Nice. Yeah, we'll go back to back. We're gonna cover everything, guys. We don't miss anything.
Like the bad boys back-to-back scene. This has popped up once more. Looks like it's gonna be out of play once again, and right back onto that baseball timing. Cuts at the high riser for strike 3. First time in this game DeVries has been sat down. Johnston, first pitch swinging and pops it out foul.
Seems like the men's team might have some more to clean up.
Yeah, so where the heck did all these softballs come from?
The umpire actually just asked the Falcons dugout if they have any more balls coming that way, because
Popped up and foul ball called. I didn't even have to make the call. Foul ball hit again. Johnston staying alive here. And again fouled off. So just staying alive here is River Johnston. Putting up a fight here.
they're doing a really nice job of just staying in it, just battling.
And strike three swinging.
Yeah, took that third strike looking.
I'm adding the second baseman, number 11,
And hopefully a calming presence stepping up to the plate now.
That one's in there for strike one. Greer RBI triple and then laced the ball to first base her last time up. Just missing low for a ball. Taking off to second is Veloci, and she's in there, safe under the tag. Greer watches that one go by high. Just missing. Greer, and that goes by high, and she's on base again. And Marley Greer, she is upping that on base total so far today.
Please welcome your next batter, the left fielder, number 12,
Farrow pops this up, and we had to play again.
Would have been a nice catch there, Zach. Unfortunately, it might not be in the cards here tonight.
Farrow, that's high and away. So again, she's also had a really good day so far today. Hit her first career home run, and she's 1 for 2 here in this one. Flew out to right field her last time up and singled, or excuse me, flew out to right field in her first at bat and singled her last time up. Missing there. So it counts 2-2 here. High again, 3-2. popped up behind second base, going back, and they make the catch. So that will retire the side. The Hawks aren't able to string across any runs.
Humber still up by 6. Score is Humber on 7. Fanshawe.
Aston Weedo coming up to bat, the number 9 hitter. It'll be 9-1-2 due up here for the side of the Falcons. Partner, I'm running out of voice right now. It's slowly going away. I can feel it. It's been a good day though for some softball action, to say the least. These two teams kind of putting on a show here in game number 2. Humber, they are up 7-1.
Yeah, certainly a very different look to that first game. Game 1 was certainly a pitcher's battle, pitcher's duel, if you will.
Swinging through it there for
Whereas
strike
here,
2.
The floodgates have opened for the Hawks.
Yeah, you can say that again. The floodgates really have just opened for Humber, and they're rocking and rolling so far on this one. Ground ball, foul.
And Skugel just looking to close out this game. Up by 6, it's a big lead. It should be insurmountable. But with 3 innings left to play,
And gets the K
rest
right
is
there.
still unwritten.
Third strikeout of the ball game since coming in for relief for Zoe Skogel. Kaylin Cook now comes up. She's had a pretty productive day at the plate and on the field, really. She's, had a couple hard hit balls that haven't fallen her way, but again, behind the dish, she's kind of commanded the troops, to say the least. Swinging at that one low and away.
Really nice pitch from Skogel there. Just getting her to chase on the pitch away.
Ground ball hit right up the middle, and that'll get through. So Kaylin Cook, has her first hit of the ball game. Kyle Del Rimple now coming up.
Del Rimple is 1 for 1 in this one so far. She was walked as well.
Watching strike 1 go by there.
And she has scored Fanshawe's only run of the game, courtesy of the RBI from Belle Houle.
Scogill gets the pitch. Here's the delivery. This is hitting to center field. Hilpert, though, on the run, makes the grab to throw to first. It's not going to be in time, but Shea Hilpert coming in and making that play for out number 2.
And, you know, pretty good throw to first as well after that catch. Just a bit of a one-hopper, but it was on a rope.
There indeed. And again, since coming into the ball game, Scogill has really just shut the door for the entire Fanshawe Falcons side. This is poked in a left field, and the shift was on, so nobody's standing in left. Coming all the way from first and scoring is Del Rempel, and that is just unfortunate luck for the Hawks. If they were playing straight up, that one is caught by Farrell, but she had to travel a long way.
And I don't know about you, Zach, but I honestly didn't even catch that shift until the ball was hit, and I looked to left field, and there was nobody there.
Kind of the only way that I saw it was because of that. And first run scored, I believe, since the first inning right there for the side of the Falcons. So Humber, they still have a very comfortable lead to work with. As this is popped and hits the fencing foul. Very comfortable lead to work with still for the Hawks, but nonetheless, they are wanting to shut the door before Fanshawe gets some more momentum on their side. Belle Houle, RBI single and struck out swinging in her 2 plate appearances.
She's just going to wave at that one. 0-1.
Ground ball hit to third. Johnston takes it, and oh, it pops out of the glove. So it'll go down as a E5. And Fanshawe, they're trying to will something together here to kind of get into this deficit that they built themselves.
Yeah, a couple of unconventional plays there. A couple of fluky plays, you might say, but here we are, top of the 5th. Hawks have 2 outs, but Fanshawe, runners on the corners.
Still a lot of time to play and a lot of game left here in this one.
Well, we talked about how this lead should be insurmountable, but with 3 innings to play, well, 2 1/3 now, but there is still time. Fanshawe just down 5. They can get these 2 runs across, it's a different ball game.
And it comes up towards the, anything can happen type of deal here in softball / baseball. Anything can happen, and, you can never take your foot off the gas pedal, and that's what Humber are trying to do here. Zoe, she's pitched phenomenal. There's a couple of mistakes being made here late in this inning. She still has 2 outs to work with, though. She has Emily Patrick to face here, and that's high and away missing.
Yeah, a couple of routine balls that normally would have resulted in outs instead lead to Fanshawe with 2 runners on.
Chasing that low in the dirt, so 1 and 2 goes the count. Here's the pitch. Just missing, evened up 2 and 2.
That's a tight call right there, just on the edge of the zone.
Low to the backstop, here comes the runner. Throw, it goes wild. And not going to third is Houle. So another run comes across here for the Falcons.
So another fluky play there will result with Fanshawe scoring their 3rd run. Runner on 2nd.
Missing low, ball 4. So Fanshawe, they are slowly mounting a 2-out rally here. Sydney Reedy, who's 0 for 2 on the day, now steps up to the plate. The tying run is on deck. Foul to the backstop. Ground ball, foul. So quickly behind 0-2 here is Reedy, as Skogiel just trying to get out of this inning. Limited damage.
And this is the matchup Skogiel should want here as well. Reedy has the lowest batting average of any of the Falcons regulars here.
Chases it in the dirt. The throw to first is going to be in time, and a couple of runs come through, but the Hawks, they hold on. They still have the lead, 4 runs to be exact. They win it. They are up now, 7-3.
Things almost started getting spooky here at the end of that inning, as with 2 outs, Fanshawe managed to bring 2 runners across. But Zoe Skogiel does a great job of limiting the damage, and the Hawks will go back on offense, bottom of the 5th, leading 7-3.
It'll be Hanfeld, Devano, and McLaughlin due up here in this one. Hanfeld trying to start off the inning here against Kelly. High and away.
Yeah, and Hanfeld's had a great game so far here. 2 for 2 with a couple of runs as well.
Yeah, 2 singles. And again, you know, for a player that hasn't been starting as many games for the Hawks as she did in her rookie campaign, that's all you can really ask for. Is just, you know, come in, produce as much as you can. And I'm sure head coach Dwayne Bowles is very happy with the production he's getting out of 14. Again, we saw Amelia Russo in game 1. She got taken out due to injury, and chatted with her a little bit between the games, and she said it was a fracture that might be the issue. So she got shut down immediately, and they're kind of just waiting on to go get it tested, I think was the wording they used.
Well, like you said, luckily for the Hawks, Hanfeld has been fantastic. Not just...
This is smoked into left field, and that is gone. Melissa Hanfeld gets behind one and shoots it over the left field wall.
And her great day continues here as she hits her first home run of the season, and it's a bomb to deep left field.
3 for 3. Came off the bench in game 1, got the start in game 2, and the production out of 14 has been massive for the side of the Hawks, who are now up 8-3. Devano coming up here, and 0 for 2 on the day, and she's just trying to get on base. continue this momentum the Hawks have gotten this inning. She's swinging there, and it's fouled the backstop.
Really looking for her pitch here.
Very patient. We've seen that at the plate over her career here at Humber. Watches that go by. 1-2 goes the count. Watch that go by high. So evened up here, 2-2 for the Hawks backstop, and one of the senior players that was honored here pre-game. Popped up and foul. She's staying alive. 2-2 count here. Here's the pitch. Popped up once more, still staying alive. Here's the pitch. Shot over into right field. A one-hopper off the fence. Devano rounds first, she'll stay there. Drives it the other way. That's a single for number 10, Julia Devano.
And things can't feel much better than that for Devano.
Her first hit of the season.
In what might have been her last at-bat at Connervale.
Yeah, we will find out. We know that the players usually get a special send-off. That happens from time to time, so not sure if she'll stay for the rest of the game or she'll get subbed out, but I think seeing Claudia Hansen with the helmet on, I think we're going to get our answer here sooner rather than later. Julia Devano. Congratulations on a heck of a Hawks career. Claudia Hansen will come on a pinch run. Devano ends her career here at Connervale Park with a booming single. One hopper off the right field wall. Huge congratulations to her. And you can see the hugs are out.
First base for the Hawks, number 5, Claudia Hansen.
And partner, I said it to you when our mics were muted, but what a perfect song to come on for all of this to happen.
Oh, it couldn't
Like,
have been
come
much
on.
better.
Allison McLaughlin, I got to give you a shout out for picking Unwritten as your walk-up song. Mr. Dwayne Bowles, I got to give you a shout out for putting McLaughlin after Devano, because that whole moment with Unwritten playing just made it that much better for the senior send-off. But we kind of regroup and all the way back here for this one. McLaughlin so far on the day. She has an RBI double and popped out to the pitcher. Lifts this over to right field, but foul. For a strike, and that will sit her down. Strike 3. It looked like she didn't agree with the call, thought it was high and away.
Can't really blame her, but at the end of the day, Hawks are up 8-3.
First pitch in there for a strike. Hilbert fouls this off and off the mesh. A ball just that low. And again, obviously our cameras can't pick it up, but behind home plate in the dirt, you see the jersey numbers of the two players that are getting their senior send-off, number 9 and 10. As Hilbert swings at that one and sat down, strike 3. But both players getting the send-off that they well deserve. If you missed it at the start of the game, again, Michaela Tuck is dealing with an injury. She's unable to play, but she got the start and was taken out right before the first batter stepped in. So good send off for her. And then Julia Devono came in for her, and she got sent off as well after a big hit. And now it's Veloci getting a big hit. And look at Hansen, arms pumping. She goes first to third. That's a great job on the bases, and Veloci, she gets her second single or her third hit of the ball game. She's 3 for 4.
And we've talked about the speed of Hilbert all night long. Leads the Hawks with 13 steals this season. And showing off her wheels, going from first to third.
DeVries has been swinging a red-hot batch, 1 for 2 so far today with a hit by pitch. And partner, we both said when she got hit by pitch, the face she had, we did not want to be standing across from her.
She wasn't happy.
She was not happy, to say the least. Nonetheless, though, back here in this at-bat, skies this over to right field, and it's carrying. And I didn't need to say it because we had the umpire right here to say it for me. That was a foul ball.
Loud and clear. I'm sure
that was great.
All our listeners back
fantastic.
home heard that. You should come over here before more of us calls. Make our lives easier.
Make my life way easier. DeVries trying to extend this Hawks lead. Out ahead of it, but somehow still able to get a piece of it.
No, better yet, let's just mic up the ump.
We should. Missing high for a ball. Count runs 1 and 2 here to the dangerous right fielder for the Humber Hawks. Pitch in the dirt, and Veloci advances to second. Hansen, Claudia that is, stays at third.
Not to be
mistaken
confused with Shade.
Which is funny enough when they're battery mates, because it's just Hansen to Hansen, and it's very confusing sometimes to say, but that is the battery. Claudia Hansen and Shade Hansen. High to the backstop, Hansen not taking off again, so the count runs full here. DeVries, I think we both know what's on her mind. She wants to get some RBI. She wants that big hit she had in her first at-bat to kind of come back, and she wants to do some damage here. Very quiet hitter, easy power in her swing. Kelly gets the sign, and here's the delivery. DeVries smokes it to center, but got underneath it a little bit, and that will be a pop-up and retire the side.
Yeah, she did a really good job of timing up that pitch, but like you said, just got under it.
And let's take another quick look here at the Melissa Honfeld home run. And I mean, partner, she got all of it. It was a line drive over that left field wall.
Boy, it was a bomb, no doubt about it. First of the season. And she got all of that one. I mean, that ball was gone before she'd gotten halfway to first.
That's what happens when you get out in front of the out in front of the softball, I should say. You're able to just put so much power behind it, and that's exactly what she did. Look at that, the point of contact way out in front, and you can see clapping around. She was happy, very, very happy to get her first of the season, and honestly, that's a big feeling for her, again, because not starting that many games, she's kind of trying to get back into the flow of it. And how about this? You get your first start, and who knows how many games. You go 3 for 3, and you get a hit home run.
It's not too bad. Yeah, you nailed it. This is a player who her role decreased with the Hawks this year. She was a starter her first year. This year, she's been coming off the bench. She hasn't seen the diamond a whole lot, but she was brought in as a relief for an injured player today, and my, oh my, has she made the most of it. Arguably being the Hawks' greatest catalyst offensively and defensively, making a couple of great plays at first.
So we have another substitution coming in for the side of Fanshawe. 12 is out, and it's going to be 24 coming in. Leah Yancey comes in to hit here. Yancey comes in to hit here for Ashlyn Witt.
Yancey was 0 for 2 in the last game, where she started at the DH position. She was one of Shade Hansen's strikeout victims.
I think a majority of the league can say that, that they were one of Shade Hansen's strikeout victims. That's in the dirt.
Well, the player she's coming in to replace here, Ashlyn Witt, she was struck out 3 times by Hansen in the last game.
Second pitch in there, and just missing high, so the count runs quickly here, 2-0 on Yancey. Just low. In there for a strike. So after this, partner Humber, they'll finish the season on the road. They got 6 away games starting on October 2nd, dating all the way to the 7th. And their season facing the Durham Lords. This is lifted to right field, and play made by DeVries.
And those closing games against Durham are absolutely going to set the tone for the postseason. Obviously, we talked about how Durham is the best team in the OCAA right now, sitting at 14-0. Sheridan comes in under Humber, 5-7. And same with Conestoga at 9-5. So Humber the favorites in both of those matchups, most definitely. But Durham is the question mark, the mountain that needs to be climbed.
Cameron Lamont steps up. She's 0 for 2, and you said it best there. Durham is the mountain that needs to be climbed. And there's always talk about turnover in the OCAA when it comes to players and different teams. We saw it firsthand this year with St. Clair. They have a lot of turnover, a lot of rookies, and they're not struggling, but they're not the same team we saw over the past couple of years. Durham, on the other hand, they don't have a lot of turnover whatsoever. They don't have a lot of rookies whatsoever. They lost maybe 1 or 2 players, brought in some rookies, but those rookies are atop the OCAA in some statistics, and it's very scary to think of how well and deep that team is. Should be interesting to see, but the Humber Hawks, they are trying to threaten. We talk about some of the rookie impacts that Humber has had. You have Marley Greer, who we have not stopped talking about, it feels like, through these 2 games. She's batting .400 on the season. Amelia Farrow, who's starting left fielder, as Zoe gets a big strikeout right there.
Farrow, of course, got her first home run of her young OCAA career tonight.
Yeah, then there's other first-year players, Claudia Hansen and Jessica Laron, kind of a 1-2 punch at the backstop. both players, they call a really, really good game, and you know, LaRonde might not be hitting a whole lot, but she's getting on base. She's up there with the on base percentage. Claudia Hansen, she had a very hot start to the season. She was batting well over 300. She dipped a little bit of 263. But yeah, the Hawks, they've gotten a lot of contributions from their first-year players, and again, we talk about it. Should be interesting to see at the end of the season, partner. That those two games on October 7th between the Humber Hawks and the Durham Lords should be must-watch, I guess, YouTube or OCAA TV, because it's going to be very, very good softball out there at Babcock Field in Oshawa. Grounder hit to River. Throw across in time. Now we'll retire the side. The Hawks, well, they continue to roll as they are playing phenomenal, phenomenal softball tonight. Again, even their next game on October 2nd against Sheridan, that's game times 5 and 7. That's played across, I guess it's the cross-city matchup, the Hawks and Sheridan. I've lived in Mississauga my whole life, and I don't know how to pronounce that park. Quinnipinan?
Quinnipinan, absolutely.
I believe that's what it is, but Quinnipinan Meadows Park in Mississauga, that's where the Hawks and the Bruins will be playing off.
Yeah, the Bruins kind of looking to separate themselves from the bottom half of the OCAA. Fanshawe is chasing them right now. Fanshawe 6-9, Sheridan 5-7. Sheridan wants to creep closer to 500, or to 500 ideally.
Yeah, when you kind of look at, you know, the layout of the OCAA before, it was the top 3 teams basically dominating. Humber, Durham, and St. Clair, the top 3 would dominate. We're seeing a lot more competitiveness, and that honestly brings the league a lot of attention. And it's very fun to watch when you think about it, because you have teams like Conestoga, Sheridan, Fanshawe, who they're just right there to be over 500 teams. But it's like they might need that one more step possibly next year. But the league in general, it's a lot more competitive than we've seen in years past. And River Johnston starts things off here. She was actually a transfer player from the Seneca Sting. Played 2 years there for Seneca, came over here to Humber in her 3rd year, and she's made a big impact. Might not be a first year. She's been around the OCAA, and she's been helping her squad nonetheless. Ground ball hit right up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. River Johnston continues to swing a red-hot bat for the side of the Hawks. And here is one of those players we were talking about, Marley Greer. RBI triple and a walk, but also a ground out to first. She's 1 for 2 with a walk, and she's been swinging a red-hot bat so far today. This is popped up and, almost caught against the fence.
Very nearly making that play. Oh my goodness.
Very curious how much Bob Marley Greer actually listens to. I think that's a question I gotta ask her. How much Bob Marley is on the Spotify playlist?
I think he was a top artist in the Spotify Wrapped this year.
Maybe, might be top, you never know, could be top 5.
Maybe she's an Apple Music
guy.
guy.
Oh, could be an Apple Music guy.
You don't want to
These are a lot of questions we don't have the answers to here, but I'm sure we'll figure them out eventually. Big cut right there at the high riser, and evened up his 2-2 to count against Greer.
So folks, and that's how you can tell that this game has been going on for significantly longer than the last. Is we've divulged to talking about the Hawks' music streaming choices.
Ground ball hit to first, the play to second, and it gets by the shortstop, but it's going to roll not far enough for Johnson to take third. She's safe at second. Farrow coming up here, and again, one of the hottest Hawks on the day. Hit her first career home run in game number 1. Game number 2, she's 1 for 3 so far, but she's hitting the ball hard.
Yeah, we've seen a really good game out of Farrow so far. A bit of a different game than she plays sometimes. The plate vision has been excellent so far tonight. She hasn't struck out yet. She's collected the 1 walk.
Yeah, fouled to the backstop here, and exactly what she's been doing. That's kind of what she's profiled all season long. Ground ball hit to shortstop. The throw to first, it's just going to be in time to beat the speedy Farrow. Johnston advances up to third. And how about the hottest hitter for the game? Melissa Honfeld, 3 for 3 with a home run her last time up. She is seeing the ball fantastically out of the hands of the Fanshawe Falcons pitchers here in this one. She's trying to continue her red hot day. Watch that one go by high for ball 1.
Yeah, that softball looks like the size of a beach ball for her right now. It's like she's swinging at the moon and to the moon.
Chases the high one. That's right off the Jay's care sign. Chases that one. It's a breaker low, so she's behind in the count here, 1 and 2. Chases the high one, strike 3. That will retire the side. The Hawks, they don't cash any here, but we head to the 7th inning. Humber up 9 to 3.
I think the PA announcer actually might be correct about 8 there.
Yeah, 8 to 3.
It is 8 to 3.
It's been a long night, partner.
It's been a long night for everyone.
It's been a very long night. I got to get up early tomorrow, go down to Toronto. It's going to be an ordeal waking up. Energy drinks are in my future, to say the least. Yeah, I know definitely going to be a long day tomorrow again, but we kind of just wait here, and it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher coming in, and it's going to be Michaela Brown.
Yeah, Michaela Brown has been lights out for the Hawks so far. She does work solely as a reliever. She's gotten into 7 games so far, pitched 9 2/3, and she's got an ERA sitting under 1, an ERA of .72. Now, she's not a strikeout pitcher, but she takes care of batters.
So yeah, the new pitcher coming in, and Michaela Brown, she'll try to close the door here for the side of the Humber Hawks.
Hawks Nation, please welcome your pitcher, number 4, Michaela Brown.
Caleb Brown, the second-year player, and like you said, she's having a solid season in relief here for the Humber Hawks, and that's a pretty good thing to be able to do, and a lot of trust.
Yeah, she's certainly been the shutdown lady for the Hawks so far this season. Always good to have a reliever or a closer that you can rely on.
And you look at it, 9 2/3 innings pitched, 1 run given up. This is grounded to Veloci. Tried to take it on the backhand, and it popped up. And that'll be a leadoff base runner for the side of the Falcons.
Yeah, error to start things off for the Hawks in this inning here.
Kyle Dalrymple will come up to bat. Yeah, looking at the numbers across the board really for Brown. 7 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. As a reliever, when you have a 5 K per 9 rate, that is an insane number. I'm trying to think of players that have had numbers like that, but it is hard to come by. The ERA also, like you mentioned, 0.72, but the walks, hits to innings pitched is 0.83. Kayla Brown, she has been lights out on the mound. That's just missing high. A little bit of a shocked look on her face. Thought that dropped down.
Well, you know, we on the camera here, we have a much better view than the ump. We can see that it certainly did drop into the strike zone, but always tougher to do it live.
That pitch in there for a strike. Big cut right there. The snap throw to first. They got her leaning. Throw to second, the tag. And they got her. That play all started by Claudia Hansen behind the plate. The snap throw down to first. They had the base runner Cook leaning the wrong way. And that's a big out, number 1 after the air.
And that's called cleaning up your mess right there. Some fantastic work from the Hawks defense.
Johnston takes this on the short hop, and what a stretch and a grab by Melissa Hanfeld. Johnston unloaded a bullet across the diamond, and Hanfeld just stretched and somehow was able to get that. 2 quick outs here. Humber 1 out away from ending this ball game.
And Hanfeld's been fantastic at first base so far today.
First pitch to Mirandy Hunter's in there for a strike. And again, this is just Michaela Brown working her magic. She has been lights out dynamite, to say the least, for the Hawks out of the pen. This is popped up. Hansen has a beat on it, and just drops foul. I'll tell you right now, partners, so I want to play like that as a back catcher. You want to try to get your back towards the infield, because it's the easiest way to catch a foul ball right there. Hansen, she thought it was sailing out of play, didn't know. Wasn't able to get her full body turn. But still, 1 strike away here are the Hawks. Here's the pitch from Brown. The check swing rolls foul. Oh-2, here's the pitch. And it doesn't break low enough. Brown kind of says, yep, I know that. Just missing, evened up 2-2. Brown, she's making her pitches right now. They're just not getting called. Looking for strikeout 8 on the year. Comes set, here's the delivery. Ground ball hit to first. Hanfeld takes on the hop, and that will do it. The Hawks sweep the Fanshawe Falcons in the season series. And they sweep the day 2-0 on Orange Shirt Day and Seniors Night.
And how fitting that the last out be taken by Melissa Hanfeld. Absolutely the player of the game for the Hawks in this one.
Yeah, dynamite day to say the least, and finishes 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a home run. But again, that'll do it here at Connorvale Park on the year for softball. And what a year it's been. The Hawks, they are definitely a force to reckon with. You should definitely tune in while they're on the road for their last 6 games. And they finish up at Durham, which that's going to be prime time television to watch. You tune into those games on October 7th, which is a Monday. And it should be a good one. But again, that'll do it here for us at HSN at Connorvale Park. We thank you for tuning in all season long. We'll be back tomorrow for soccer action over at the Ontario Soccer Center. But nonetheless, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Zach Benoit alongside my broadcast partner, Will Shukri. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourselves a wonderful evening.
What? Yeah. Fans, it is time for a Player of the Game award. The Player of the Game award is shared between 2 people. It's going to go to a number 9, Michaela Tom, and number 10, Julia DeWillow. Give it up for the Player of the Game and the graduating seniors, number 9, Michaela Todd, and number 10, Julia DeWindow. Thank you all for joining us for our games today. We appreciate your support. We hope you have a great day and have a safe ride home. Thank you.